Hello, welcome once again to Mathematics Meal. Today on Mathematics Meal we are going to consider surd, part 5 of surd. We have looked at the first part, the second part, the third and the fourth part, where we consider the meaning of surd, the basic laws in surd. We also looked at the basic form of surd, and then we talked about the concept of similarity of surd. Today on surd we are going to look at addition and subtraction of surd. Just get ready as we begin this beautiful aspect of surd. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you follow us on Facebook at Mathematics and Science Meal. Thank you. Let's begin this beautiful journey together. Make sure you stay away from every form of distraction. If your neighbor will distract you, please stay away from your neighbor. If sitting where people are will be a distraction to you, just make sure you isolate yourself from every other person so that we can enjoy this meal together. All right. Now, it's possible to add and subtract surd. Yeah, we can add surds. We can also do what? Subtract surds. If you have not watched our previous videos, please do well to watch those videos because they are the foundation to what we are about to do. All right. Now, it's possible to add and also it's possible to subtract what? Surd. But there is a condition attached to addition and subtraction of surd. So, surd can be added or subtracted in just one condition, and that condition is if the surds are what? Similar. If the surds are similar. So, two or more surds, or we can add or subtract surds. We can only add or subtract surds if the surds are similar. So the first thing that you must take note of before you start talking about addition or subtraction of surds is to ensure that the surds you want to add or subtract are similar. So what it means is that if the surds are not similar, then addition or subtraction will not be what? Will not be possible. So the first thing that we must take note of as far as the concept of addition and subtraction of surd is concerned is that the surds that you want to add or subtract must be what? Similar. In our last video, that's part 5, part 4 of surd, we looked at similar surd. So if you don't know what we mean by similar surd, just watch part 4 of surd, then you understand the concept of similar word surd. So two or more surds can be added or subtracted if and only if they are what? Similar. So we can only add or subtract surds if the surds are what? Similar. So we have established that. So anytime you want to add or subtract surd, one thing should be in your mind first. Are they similar word? Surd. That's the first thing. So if they are not similar, then you cannot add the word surd. So how then do we add surd? Having seen that for us to add surd, the surd must be similar. So how then do we add what? Surd, and how can we also subtract surd? So we say to add or subtract surd. To add or subtract surds, we take these steps. Okay, step 1. These steps, number 1, take note of the surds and ensure that they are in basic form. Okay, 2, factor the common radical. Factor the common radical. Carry out the operation or operations in the bracket and simplify to obtain your answer. Wow, just 3 steps. then we can easily add or subtract what? Sort, following this what? 3 steps. First of all, we take note of the sort and ensure that they are in basic what? Form. Then we factor the common radical and then carry out the operations or operation, because in the bracket at the end of the day we may have one operation or we may have more than one operation. So we carry out the operation or operations in the bracket and then simplify to obtain our answer. We're going to go on a very quick break, and when we return, we're going to apply these steps in adding and subtracting fractions. Don't go too far, because mathematics meal will return just in a moment. Just enjoy this break. This break is necessary because it will show you why it is necessary that you study mathematics. Thank you.
I collected 2,500 naira from you.
Yes.
And another 2,500.
Yes.
Making it 5,000.
41,000.
Huh?
41,000.
2,005 plus 2,000. That is
41,000.
Oh my God.
5,000 naira.
That is 41,000.
Jesus!
I say you collect 2,500
Uh-huh.
plus 2,500.
Uh-huh.
0 plus 0.
0.
0 plus 0.
0.
5 plus 5.
10.
0 plus 0.
0.
5 plus 5.
10.
2 plus 2.
4.
41,000.
0 plus 0.
0.
0 plus 0.
0.
5 plus 5.
10.
I write 10. 2 plus 2. 4 now.
You carry one. You carry one. You carry one.
Where you dey carry am go? Hey! Carry one go where?
Hey! Come.
All right, welcome back from the break. I believe you enjoyed that break. There is need for you to learn mathematics. Very, very important, because the knowledge of mathematics will help you to stay away from errors. Yeah. All right, let's move straight. We are still on addition and subtraction of what? So let's move straight to addition and subtraction of what? Of sort. Yeah. Now, we have given the steps that we can use in adding or subtracting what? Sort. Just 3 simple steps will help us to add salt or to do what? Subtract salt. And we're going to apply these steps in the question we have. Example number 1. Evaluate 3 root 5 plus 4 root 5. So we have these 2 sorts that we want to add. 3 root 5 plus 4 root 5. So we take note of the sort. 3 root 5 plus 4 root 5. We say we take note of the sort. Take note of the sort. So we are taking note and ensure that they are in basic form. Already these sorts are in basic form. You remember one of our videos, part 3 of sort, where we considered the basic form of sort. Very necessary. If you have not watched that video, there is need for you to watch it. Yeah, those videos are just like they are foundations to what we are doing now. Yeah, so that's why you must have the knowledge of basic form of sort. These sorts are in basic form. Okay, so since they are in basic form now, we have taken note of the sorts and we have also ensured that they are in basic what form. Then the next thing, factor the common what? Radical. The radical is this. The radical is the square root, that's the sort itself, root 3, root 5, and root 5. So if we factor it, it's common here. If we factor this, when root 5 we divide this, so remember how we do factorization. If I have AB plus AC, A is common, so when H divides AB, A will cancel A, remaining B, and when A divides AC, it will remain what? C. So the same approach, that's what we are going to apply here. So when root 5 divides 3 root 5, what is common here is root 5. If it divides root 5, I will be left with 3 plus. When it divides 4 root 5 divided by root 5, that's when you factor, I will be left with what? With 4. So we factor root 5. So when you factor root 5, you'll be left with 3 plus 4. So we say carry out the operations or operation in the bracket and simplify to obtain your answer. In this case, it's just operation. What you have in the bracket is just a single operation, which is addition. We'll carry it out. So if we do that, we have, square root of 5. 3 plus this will give me what? 7. We know that a number or a term outside the bracket is multiplying what is in the bracket. So when we add this, we have 7. So this means root 5 times bracket 3 plus what? Plus 4. And 3 plus 4 will give us what? 7. So root 5 times 7 will now give me 7 root 5. We know that A bracket B plus C implies that A is multiplying everything in this bracket. Remember that multiplication is distributive over addition. That's in one of the laws of algebra. Okay. So we took note of the what? Of the surds, and they are in basic form. Then what next? We factored the what? The common radical, which is square root of 5, and then we carried out the operation in the bracket and then simplify by multiplication to obtain this. Very simple. I believe that this is clear enough. Okay, let's take another question quickly. Another question, example 2 now. Let's take a question, example 2. We have evaluate 9 root 2 minus 6 root 2. So we solve this. 9 root 2 minus 6 root 2. 9 root 2 minus 6 root 2. We are taking note of this surd, right? And we have also ensured that they are in basic form. This in basic form. They are in basic form because 2 can no longer be reduced. 2 can no longer be reduced. So they are in basic form. So we move together. Let's begin. What is common here? The common radical is square root of 2. When square root of 2 divides here, we are going to have 9 remaining when you factor square root of 2. When you factor it here, we will have what? 6 remaining. So we carry out the operation in the bracket. And if we do that, we have root 2 times 9 minus 6 will give me 3. And 3 times this will give me 3 root 2. Remember in our previous videos, I say it will be mathematically wrong for you to use a whole number to multiply a number in the root sign. Yeah, you cannot do that. You cannot say 3 times 2 to have square root of 6. That's wrong. That's totally wrong. Because this is in ordinary form, but this is in surd form. So this will just multiply it and serve as its coefficient. You don't have right to use this 3 to multiply 2 here. Because this is in surd form, this is in ordinary form. So you cannot multiply them by using this to multiply 2. So this 3 will now multiply the surd and serve as the coefficient of the what? Of the radical. So it will be mathematical abomination for you to do this and say that it's root 6. That would be mathematical iniquity. Yes. It will be a sin in mathematics for you to do that. Okay. I believe that we are enjoying the addition and subtraction of what? Of surd. It's just very simple. 3 simple steps. That's what will give us the answer we desire. Okay. We take another question, example 3. In this case, example 3. So let's pick example 3 and see what we are going to have. In example 3, we have evaluate or simplify 2 root 2 plus 9 root 2 minus 10 root 2. That's what we have. 2 root 2 plus 9 root 2 minus 10 root 2. That's what we have. So 2 root 2 plus 9 root 2 minus 10 root 2. Okay? Now, if we look at this, they are in basic form. Yeah, they are in basic form. So we have the common radical here is root 2. Square root of 2, that's the common radical. So if we factor it, here, we will be left with 2. Here we have 9 and here we have what? 10 remaining. So we carry out the operations in the what? Bracket. In this case, it's going to be operations because we have addition operation and subtraction what? Operation. So it's going to be operations. That's why we have to say operation or operations. Okay? So this will be the square root of 2 times whatever thing we are going to have in this bracket. 2 plus 9 will give me what? 11. And 11 minus 10 will give me 1. So square root of 2 times 1 will give me square root of 2. You see, this is very, very interesting and also enjoyable. Very interesting and enjoyable. So I believe that you are enjoying this gradually. Yeah, you are enjoying this meal. You are enjoying it. I know you are enjoying it. That's why I can see you trying to ask me for more of the meal. Yes, and definitely I'm going to give you more of the meal. I cannot leave you empty-handed. I will not leave you as a hungry man or as a hungry lady. No, I will not try that. I have enough meal for you. Yeah, enough meal so that you will become healthy mathematically. Don't mind me. Let's take the fourth one. Let's take the fourth one. Let's take the fourth one. So these principles are now clear. These 3 steps. So even if the steps are not here, whenever you see addition and subtraction of sort, you know what to do. But let's now move it further and see something here. Okay? We have example 4 now. It says simplify or evaluate. Remember, there is no mathematics called simplify and there is no mathematics called evaluate. Sometimes students say, I don't know how to solve this math, they call simplify. Wow, there's no mathematics we call simplify. Simplify is just an English word. Just reduce this, make it simpler. It's a complex expression, just reduce it in a form that is lower than the form you met it. So make it simpler. That's just an English word. It's not that there is a particular topic in mathematics we call simplify. So when we say simplify, make it simpler. Evaluate, just solve this. Yeah, that's what those words stand for. So don't think there is a topic in mathematics we call simplify. There is none. Okay? Let's take this quickly. Square root of 45 plus 3 root 20 minus 8 root 5. Wow. So, something is happening now. Yeah, something is happening now. Okay, we take note. Square root of 45 plus 3 root 20 minus 8 root 5. Okay. What are we going to have? I need to have minus 8 root 5. I need some space. Wow. So take note of the sorts. We have taken note of the sort. And ensure that they are in basic form. Okay? We look at this, they are not in basic form. Because this 20 here in the square root sign can still be reduced. 45 can still be reduced. Just visit our part 3. Yeah, part 3 of sort. That's where we treated basic form of sort. In case you have not watched that video, it's necessary now. Very, very necessary now. Yeah, very necessary. So you need to watch that video to enable you understand what we are going to do now. Alright? So we have to express 45 in basic form. And if I do that, I'm going to have 9 times 5. I need to express 20 in basic form. If I do that, I will have 4 times 5. And already this one is in basic form, 8 root 5. Okay? 8 root 5. Alright, we'll move together. So, you remember what we do? We separate this. This is square root of 9 times square root of 5. That's this. Okay? Plus, we have 3 already. Times square root of 4 times square root of 5. I'm separating this according to our basic law in sort. If I have square root of A times B, I can separate it into square root of A times square root of B. That's what I've just done here. In this case, I've just separated this. If it is like this, you can actually put it in this form. And if it is in this form, you can write them separately. That's the basic law. We saw it in our part 2 of surd. So you still need to watch that video. So this is in stepwise form. Don't miss any of the videos so that you can actually understand every concept properly. So this one is already in basic form. We have 8 with 5. We move further. 9 is a perfect square. So square root of 9 is 3 times this will give me 3 with 5. Okay, plus. Okay. 4 is a perfect square. So square root of 4 is what? 2. And we have 3 times this. So square root of 4 is 2. So 3 times 2 will give me what? Will give me 6. I have 6 with 5. Then I have minus 8 with 5. So I have now ensured that they are all in basic what? In basic form. So remember, the first thing is to take note of the surds and then ensure that they are in basic form. If they are not in basic form, please make sure you put them in basic form before you proceed with your calculation. Why we need to express them in basic form is to actually establish that the surds are what? Similar. Remember that we said that you cannot add surd or subtract surd if the surds are not what? Are not similar. Yeah, that's what we say, and that's true. You cannot add surd, you cannot subtract surd, except the surds are what? Are similar. So why we have to put this, we have checked this, they are not similar, and this is not in basic form, this is not in basic form. So we need to first of all express them in basic form to now check whether they are similar. And we discover that the moment we express these surds in basic form, we discover that they are similar. So we can now start from step 2 now. Factor the common radical. In this case, the common radical is square root of 5. If I factor it here, I will be left with 3. Factor it here, I have 6. Here I have what? Minus 8. Okay? Now we move further. Carry out the operation in the bracket and simplify to have your answer. So I have with 5. 3 plus this is what? Is 9. 9 minus 8 is what? 1. So 1 times this will give me square root of what? Square root of 5. Ah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. We have been able to solve 4 questions, and I believe that these 4 questions have opened your eyes to the concept of addition and the subtraction of what? Surd. We're going to give you a takeaway question which you are expected to solve. Once you solve the question, please send the answers to us. Who knows? You may win a prize. Yeah, you may win something by solving the question. So just send the answer to us. You can send it to our WhatsApp number. You can send it to our messenger. You can also leave it as a comment either in our YouTube channel or on Facebook. Yeah, we'll see the answers and then check whether you are correct. Yeah, we'll check whether you are correct. If you make mistake, we are still going to run a video to actually show you where you make mistakes. All right, let's move on to our takeaway question now. But before then, I think I heard someone say, please, can I have one more meal? So let's take one more example. Example number 5. Because someone is complaining that there is a part of his stomach that is yet to receive food. Yeah, a part of his mathematical stomach that is yet to receive food. So let's just take one more meal in order to satisfy you right now. So let's take that meal now. Let's take it now. Okay, that's example 5. So let's take it because we don't want anyone to remain hungry. Yeah, you cannot come to us and remain hungry in mathematics. No, you cannot. That's not possible. Okay, so let's evaluate this. Evaluate. All right. Let's take 2 root 54 plus square root of 24 minus square root of 216. Evaluate this. Okay? I hope we are still together. Yes, I know we are together. We are together. Let's take this meal and then we can now have our takeaway question. Okay? 2 root 54 plus square root of 24 minus square root of 216. Oh, beautiful. So we have taken note of this, but they are not in basic form. So we need to put them in basic form. They are not in basic form. So let's put them in basic form. So I'll have 2 square root of 9 times 6 plus square root of 4 times 6 minus square root of 36 times 6. Yes. Remember, there is need for you to watch that video on basic form of solve. Very important. So that someone, you will not start asking, why am I using 9 and 6? Since I also know that 2 times 27 will still give me 24. Why am I careful in selecting the numbers that will replace the number under the radical, that's the number under the square root sign? We are careful in selecting that because one of the numbers that you are going to select must be the highest perfect square obtainable. So just watch that video, and I bet you are going to enjoy that video and understand the concept of what basic form of solve. Alright, so let's move further. I can separate this 2 times square root of 9 times square root of 6 plus square root of 4 times square root of 6 minus, I don't have space, let me create more space. No, let me keep this equality sign here. So 2 times square root of 9 times square root of 6 plus square root of 4 times square root of 6 minus square root of 36 times square root of 6. Okay? So we move further. Square root of 9 is 3, and 2 times 3 will give me what? Will give me 6. So I have 6 with 6. So 2 square root of 9, we have 2 times square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3, so 2 times 3 is what? 6. 6 times square root of 6, that's this. Okay? Okay? Or someone can also hear someone saying, oh, I can't understand this. Okay, let's break it down stepwise. 2 times, what is square root of 9? 3. I think it's clearer now. So times square root of 6 plus square root of this is 2 times square root of 6 minus square root of this is 6 times square root of 6. So 2 times 3, you know where the 3 is coming from, square root of 9. 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times this will give me square root of what? 6. Then plus, we have 2 times this will give me 2 root 6, and then 6 times this will give me 6 root what? 6. Wow. So the sorts are now in basic form, and also all of them are what? Similar. So we can factor now. What is the common radical? That's square root of 6. Square root of 6, factor that. We'll have what? 6 here when this divide, plus factor, we have 2. Factor this, we have minus what? 6. Okay. Carry out the operations in the bracket, still on our step. 6 plus 2 will give us what? 8. And 8 minus 6 will give us what? 2. So I have square root of 6 times 2. And when 2 multiply this, we have 2 with 6. Beautiful. Beautiful. So the whole of this now is just 2 with 6. Alright. And alright. I believe that the concept of addition and subtraction of solve is very, very clear to us. Very, very clear to us now. Okay, let's have our takeaway question. I know. We are satisfied now. We'll not give you any other food except the one you will take away. Yeah, the one you will take away, because I know you'll be hungry soon. So the takeaway, once you get home now, you begin to do what? Enjoy it. But we'll allow this one to do what? Digest first. Then you now begin to handle your takeaway question. Okay, let's have our takeaway question. What will be our takeaway question? I think the other day we had pizza. I think today we're going to have a fried rice. So let's say takeaway question. Or takeaway questions. What is it? Fried rice. Oh, wow, fried rice. Yeah, that's what our takeaway question is today. Even if your parents did not prepare fried rice, you can enjoy the fried rice of mathematics. Yeah, you'll enjoy the fried rice of mathematics. So let's move together. Simplify the following. Simplify the following. Let's simplify this. These questions occur. We have 5 root 3 plus 7 root 3. We have 2 root 50 minus root 18 plus root 32. 3. We have 2 root 125 minus 5 root 20 plus 3 root 80. Okay? Plus add more to that. Let's add 1 or 2 more to that. So we have number 4. 3 root 125 minus 5 root 80 plus 2 root 1. Okay, that's 2 root 5. The last one now. Let's have 2 root 135 minus 2 root 60 plus root 15 minus square root of 240. So we have 5 questions. Yeah, I think these 5 questions are okay. Okay, it will be okay for you. So these are our takeaway question. The fried rice that you need to enjoy. Yeah, you need to enjoy after a very great day like this, a lovely day like this. After the meal, we're also giving you some takeaway questions so that you pursue it. When you get home, you relax and enjoy the meal. Thank you for following us till now. Please ensure that you watch our videos, other videos on other topics, and also make sure you share our videos, and also like our videos and leave a comment for us. God will bless you. Remember, a meal a day is necessary to keep you healthy in mathematics. Thank you, and God bless you. I love you.